we present the top 5 NFL picks and the top 5 college picks, presented by Chambly's very own Mel Kiper, Mr. Spearman.
I'm Todd Spearman for the Blue and Gold, and these are the picks of the week. Our first game will be Maryland versus Syracuse. Now, I think this is going to be a close game, but Maryland's coming off a very tough loss versus West Virginia. So if I had to make a pick here, I'm going to go with Syracuse for the win.
Now, I do agree that it will be a very close game, but Maryland seems very determined to bring back their conference play. So I'm going to pick Maryland for this one.
Our second game, we turn to Oklahoma versus West Virginia. Now, West Virginia gave Bama, pretty much all that they wanted and gave them a lot of problems. But, West Virginia, they're going to be missing their top corner due to, running with the cops and a battery charge. So if I had to make a pick, I'm going to pick Oklahoma.
Now, even though West Virginia is always a sleeper team, Oklahoma has an explosive offense that's going to exploit that missing cornerback. I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
Our next pick will be the Gators versus Alabama. Now, this could be a statement win for Muschamp and the Gators. They've got a great defense, but I just don't think it's enough here. And I think Muschamp's going to wind up getting out coached by Saban and company, so I'm going to have to go with Bama here.
Even though the Florida Gators are looking for a tough win for this season, they can't match up to Alabama's offense and defense. I'm going to go with Crimson Tide.
And probably the biggest matchup of Saturday is Florida State versus Clemson. Now, some people might say this is a trap game with Winston and his antics in the student auditorium, standing up on desk and shouting up obscenities, but I don't think one half's going to be enough for them to mess up. So what I will say for that one is Clemson will hang around for the first half, but then I think FSU, their defense, and Winston will pull away.
This is a close ACC rivalry, but I think that once Winston comes back in, that he'll just tear up the field and get Florida State to win.
Now we're going to turn our attention to Sunday's matchups in the NFL. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is Philadelphia versus Washington. What do you think about that one?
I think RG3's injury is going to take away from the Redskins' offense. I'm going to give Philadelphia the win for this one.
I like Philadelphia too a lot in this one. I think it's going to be really tough to stop LaShawn McCoy in this one, and I think RG3 no problem, but I think Washington's not going to be able to put up enough points to stop Chip Kelly's high-octane offense. So the next matchup is going to be Cleveland versus Baltimore. What do you think about in that one?
Baltimore is looking for a defining game since Ray Rice's suspension, so I think Baltimore is going to come out of the gate swinging. I think Baltimore is going to win this game.
Right. Both of these teams really haven't figured out their running game, and for either legal reasons or injuries, so I'm going to go with Baltimore win this one as well. Our next matchup is Houston versus Cincinnati, the battle of the two undefeateds. What do you think about in that one?
Cincinnati Bengals have an explosive offense, and I'm interested to see if they can match up to Houston's defense. However, AJ to AJ, I'm going to give this one to Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cincinnati too on this one. Just watching Gio Bernard and Hill gash the Falcons a week or two ago. They're looking pretty good, so I'm going to go with the Red Rifle and the Bengals in this one. And our final matchup will be the Super Bowl matchup that really gave Hayden and the Broncos a great deal of trouble. Who do you like in this one?
Now, despite the fact that the Broncos didn't show up to the Super Bowl, I think that they have a really strong determination to prove something during this game. However, I don't think it's going to be enough to match up to the Seahawks defense or even their explosive run game.
Right, I don't think it's going to be as lopsided as last time, but I just don't think, even with Welker coming back from his did something, get something in my drink, did something not get something in my drink, I just don't think it's going to be enough, so I'm going to go with Beast Mode and Percy Harvin for the win here. So Seahawks and the Legion of Boom is my top pick.
Come back next Friday to see the next top 5 games in the NFL and the next top 5 games in the College Football League and see our predictions for them.
And if you like what you see, or even if you don't like the picks that we're making, you can check us out on Twitter on Bulldog Page 1 and tweet us, give us a shout, tell us we were right, tell us we were wrong, anything. But tweet us at Bulldog Page 1.